It's their third highest win rate map behind Battlefield of Eternity and Braxis Holdout.
All right. Well, rest assured, guys, everyone behaving naughtily in chat right now is going to get visited by bikini stitches tonight in your dreams. Or should I say nightmares. So, think twice about it.
Want to play?
Want to build sandcastle with me?
Stitches play too rough.
Oh yeah, he's gonna play mighty rough on you.
Yeah, you're gonna get hooked. You're gonna get gorged. You're gonna wake up outside your house having no idea how this happened. You're just gonna wake up to being hit by a hook and just wake up outside, just like, how did I get here? He's just laughing away as he walks away.
All right, back to some more serious business here, though, guys. We're gonna talk about this second draft here. TeamNut, it would be quite the sensation if they were able to snatch a point away from CE. And they almost did cause a little bit of an upset in game number 1. If only they could have played it a little more cleanly towards the end here. Now we see the Decker game being taken away, which could potentially lead towards a white main being picked first for them.
No, she's going to be banned by CE. There's no way she's going to get let through. Yes, absolutely. Like, Decade Cane's removed. None of the other supports have that high priority. If CE do not ban White Main, I will be shocked. But that does mean, like, Maev or anything else will get through. So it's great. I honestly think CE will value White Main more than they will value Maev. Yep, hooray.
Okay, Sally, not this time. We're going to wait for your next appearance a little longer. But as you said, now Maev is open all of a sudden. Now other heroes like, let's say, a Phoenix. Wait, we haven't seen any Phoenix barely today, right?
Yeah, we had one earlier where there was some.
But that was the only one.
Salvos. Yeah, I think we've had only one Phoenix. Starting with the Reyna though, which leaves CE open to first pick a support, whichever one they prioritize.
So here's something I want to ask you, Tencher. Like, Reyna is one of those subtle heroes, right? He can be very stingy, very lethal. Here's Phoenix, by the way. But he normally isn't that big playmaker unless you survive with your adrenaline rush through countless burst abilities, for example. Do you think that a Lufel is such a scary Reyna that you actually want to pick it away? Or do you think it was more of a confidence pick for them to dominate with?
I think it's more of a Reyna is really good.
Okay.
That's my theory. I don't think there's that kind of like meta, oh, we must pick this away. It's just Reyna's just so strong right now.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's an argument in that one. We end up seeing Rhaegar coming in, Rhaegar and Reyna coming in with a little bit of Blaze as well. We just need a Rexar. We can have maximum possible confusion.
Oh man, I think up to this point, NA is the only region that busts out the Rexar every now and then.
Incorrect. We saw it in HGC EU last weekend.
Oh, really? Did we? Who played it?
We did. It lost. I'm pretty sure it was Granite, but I will double check for you.
That sounded like a monkey menagerie move for me more, but you know, Granite is a pretty wild bunch of players as well. They could have certainly executed it.
I will find that game for you because I know I saw it.
Okay. It's good to know that you still trust your senses, Tetcher. That's really good to know.
I believe in the power of my memory. Yes, it was Leftovers, my mistake, against Monkey Menagerie, and it lost. It was in the 3-1 series, and it was the only map they lost.
It's the only game they lost, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well then, we have Karazim Muradin with the Garrosh and the Thrall ban, the double orc bans.
There she is, actually
slipping down that low.
Oh, that could be, oh my goodness, that could be a very lethal composition by TeamNut. It could even be a Bloodlust comp if you look at it, Tetcher.
I am 90% sure this is a Bloodlust composition, and I'm quite happy about it. I mean, she has a really big knockback, I guess, so...
That to me would have been a Falstad game.
Falstad, she's still so squishy though. I mean, he's still so squishy. I think I'm okay with the hammer. The knockback's effective. The zoning is effective, so that someone might take damage before they even get in range. If Warden's Cage goes down, you can seize tactics and then boost out to create an exit for your team.
Right.
I don't hate it.
All right. I mean, on paper, obviously, I don't hate it either, right? Because Sergeant Hammer is just really good at the moment. But that one could have been a false deck game to me, with that Mighty Gust potentially, you know, just crushing all the hopes and dreams of any engages of TeamNut here. But once again, I just can't help but feel very confident for TeamNut here. I think their draft can be so lethal. You bloodlust an Arthas, all of a sudden he becomes Speedy Gonzalez. He's rushing in towards the enemy backline, slows everybody. Honestly, we could even see a touch of Monkey Menagerie of Europe, where they go for the Sundragosa to maybe trap everyone even harder. So, yeah, good stuff all around. It is a little bit of an exotic draft here with all the aggression coming in, but with Maiev to lock them down, Arthas to slow them down, this could work under very good circumstances.
It could indeed, but for now, let's see how this goes. Will the heavy front line and the siege tank be able to withstand what could potentially be the bloodlusted Lich King composition? Let's find out as we load into Sky Temple with, on the left-hand side, running this heavy frontline slow comp. It is going to be CE with Luful, XTQ, Zhuyu, KTY, and 365.
And facing them is TeamNut with Mercia, Tui, Malthael, Jigsaw, and Dia. And these guys really need that 1 point if they want to climb the ranks at least a little bit. Otherwise, they could very well just find themselves at the bottom of the table. And the same can be said about both teams, actually. CE2 is looking for those points quite heavily, especially with the one showing up today, especially with BTG demolishing them earlier. So let's see who's going to reign supreme on Sky Temple this time around for the first time today. Yeah. We saw plenty of Sky Temple yesterday, Tetcher. Today, not so much.
Night's Memento is a pretty good hint of exactly what we were thinking. A little bit of Wolf Run as well. That's not so much a hint, but it's still pretty reasonable. Other than that, talents are pretty normal. We see Ace in the Hole this time. We're seeing a new Habits Blaze. You can still see the variety between new Habits and the Neural Stim Pack. On the very odd occasion, the Adrenaline Stim Pack, but basically those three, no one picks the shield.
Yeah, nobody really does that. That's correct. Arthas, by the way, Dia just casually walking through the enemy half the map, not really giving...
There's no way.
Yeah, gets away. I think those were... That's one of those moments where you're actually watching the minimap or you're watching some other locations on the map, because he didn't even try to juke that Stormbolt. He just walked past it.
Yeah, if that Stormbolt had hit, he would have died. That is a miss. I'm sorry to say, that is a misplay by apparently our new tank player, Zhuyu, who is on the Muradin for the second time today.
Yeah, and XTQ, he's just shuffling around, right? He's playing ranged assassin now. What in the world is going on with CE? They're just trying to find their perfect combination of players and positions in the middle of an actual game in HGC. Pretty interesting. Who's playing the second melee this time around? Is it KTY? Okay, KTY and Zhuyu, they're playing the melees. Gotcha.
Should be indeed, as we see the quick cleanup coming in here by TeamNut, grabbing their bruiser. Karazim is responding in kind of the other side. Dia harasses KTY, as right now there is pressure all over the map, but this early bruiser camp by TeamNut is going to very much pay off for CE, as they should... Oh, hang on, if they can root him. Didn't see it happening. The Haka comes down, and this should be an easy kill, so CE are going to get a massive lead from this, because for starters, they're going to get that kill onto Murat, they're going to get that kill onto Reyna. For second, they're going to grab this camp. This is going to allow them to use this to defend the camp. The problem with this is they took a really long time. TeamNut, though, they decide to invade and die. Well, it's going to work out even better for CE, because they got a double kill out of it.
Okay, that was an ambitious move here by TeamNut. I mean, I could see the logics behind it. Oh, Muradin jumping over the big gap. Monka is that. I wouldn't have been brave to jump over that for sure, but he does it without breaking his sweat. But yeah, you know, this move was ambitious. I can see the logic behind it, right? Trying to group them up on that platform, just unleash the combos and salvos of Maiev, but without even contesting it?
Maiev didn't even have that many hit points to begin with. I'm going to be honest, I do not think they should have done that. Yeah, those are starting again. Yeah, that was so risky. I don't understand. I can understand the idea behind the play, but it was unnecessarily risky.
That it was, and now it's backfiring heavily. Not only did they lose the mercenary camp, not only did they lose a couple of heroes, but look at the temple control here as well. Double temple laser pew-pews are firing towards TeamNut's base here, and CE is pulling ahead in experience, Tetcher.
They're looking good, but TeamNut do take control of the temple for a little bit as CE, they move off. The reasoning for this is not because they don't think they can take them, which they can't, they are correct, they are outnumbered, but also because they want to soak level 7 in the meantime and then move on to the point if they even still want to. As you duels with a Tui, he will claim the watchtower. Top is abandoned as 365 realizes he is outnumbered as people rotated up, as mid is reclaimed and a kill is acquired.
Yeah, so right now, nothing is really working out for TeamNut. It seems like they're not on the same page and not making these aggressive combined efforts, you know, with, let's say, Arthas walking in first, being followed up by the Maiev. So they really have to work on their synchrony a little bit more, because if they end up getting caught isolatedly like they're getting caught right now over and over again, like, look at this, Jigsaw, completely oblivious of this rotation. He should have seen that from a mile away.
He should have, but he didn't. He does live, though, so
that's good.
Good job. Now they have a nice knockback, helping him out there. Cass is level 7. Going to be picking out the crossfire. Rhaegar's holding his. That's concerning, because this should 100% be cleansed. Thank you.
All right. For a moment, he was probably contemplating, Murden stun, Dahaka tongue. Those can't be dodged, right? I don't need to have to go cleanse.
Yeah. They're skill shots. What could possibly go wrong? What else do you even pick on that level? Farsight? The cooldown reduction? God, Farsight. That used to be meta. Oh, God.
I think Rhaegar will be top tier immediately if they remove that talent from the cleanse here. Hold that thought. Mercy going in with that Maiev, dropping all that damage, making Phoenix explode. And this is exactly what they need to do, right? This is what they should have done right at the get-go. Let Maiev and Arthas gang together and find those weak spots of CE.
Yeah, this is... They were able to pick up a kill through that Phoenix, but the fact is they're still a level behind. If they can get KTY, this will give them a little bit of a chance to begin coming back. Tui gets a nice dash, gets a slow, nice burrow to dodge all of the crowd control. A little bit eager as the isolation is dropped, stunned from the blaze charge. And guess what? KTY just outplayed 4 people and got a kill.
Yeah, pulling off a little bit of a snitch here. Flashback of that Dahaka play against Roll20, I believe, back in the days. It was a fantastic play here. The tower gets the kill, gets the glory, but it was all to Dahaka, who basically baited them into this.
I mean, I'm still kind of shocked that worked. And as such, CE, they make the most of it. Taking out the boss. Dahaka's getting ganked again, this time by a single Arthas. Can't even get close. Looks for a counterplay again. Not able to land it this time.
You know what prevented this play from making it the perfect one-toucher?
He didn't kill all 4.
Okay, that would have been, of course, insane. That would have been a play for the ages. But, you know, a quick cheeky P-step in there. That would have made it perfect.
Yeah. I completely agree. That would definitely have been extra star points. Or at least a spray. Oh my god, that was close.
Yes.
So yeah, Zhu comes in, looks for Arthas.
BFG
from downtown as Hammer arrives and Arthas is taken out.
Yeah, Arthas is probably, like we saw it here, right? The cleanse was used in Maiev. I don't think cleanse would have saved Arthas there to begin with anyways. But Arthas as a hero, due to his slow movement speed and no mobility tools, he's probably one of the most susceptible warriors to that 7-sided strike, right? Once he's caught, there's no way he can jump, dash, teleport to safety, whatever have you. So yeah, he's gonna have to be super careful. In CE, for the first time, I think, on this play, they're looking in control. They're looking absolutely indomitable.
Shots into mid lane, take down the center fort. And that's the only remaining fort for TeamNut, but now they have level 10. They're going to save their fort, actually, by showing up in this bot lane. I'm surprised it lived. Zhu gets a stun onto a Tui, but it's the Rhaegar, so a little bit too mobile to follow up dive.
Rhaegar is holding it. Are we going to see a Bloodlust here? Yes, it gets locked in the moment Maiev actually had that tether going. So now we have full wombo, not really a wombo, but full engage mode enabled for TeamNut. They just need to find a good Warden's Cage, maybe a nice root coming in from Arthas as well. And then even with the talent down, I would say, if they find a good fight, they can definitely still win it. Oh, that teleport on Blaze was terrible. That was not good.
And Rhaegar gets not taken out. He's still got Bloodlust available. He actually escapes. Dia also gets away, but Maiev not so well. And also Dia, I take that back at about the getting away point. Stormbolt and dead. But Rhaegar lived, so that's something.
Oh, the thought process here, of course, works for TeamNut that, you know, Blaze is going to teleport back so he can soak the top lane, defend this tower line in the top as well. But unfortunately, they didn't even take a potential, you know, flank, a potential engage from CE into account. And with Blaze there, I think they maybe could have saved even more people with that bunker, the stuns, peel. So yeah, just so unlucky for TeamNut. The thought process itself wasn't terrible. It was just that they should have anticipated a more aggressive play by CE.
Yeah, they should. But didn't work out in their favor this time as Zhu takes position. Dodges the dodges the route there by Arthas for the moment. As CE stick in with their 3-level lead and are not even looking for a kill at this point. This is just both the tanks trying to delay and be annoying.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to see a Bloodlust relatively soon. A Bloodlust that is not meant to be an escape tool. That is basically what TeamNut is looking for. Warden's Cage. Excuse me. Warden's Cage into the slows of Arthas, into the Bloodlust. That would be the dream combination. But for now, I think TeamNut, they're content with just, you know, soaking a little bit, just farming a little bit of extra experience. In the meantime, though, the CE, they see their opponents all grouped up at the bottom, and they're trying to take a tower here, but they leave the boss open.
Shots come in and towers will get taken out. First one already down. TeamNut might actually move in range for the second one. They're grouping up, waiting for Rhaegar. They could just try the Bloodlust here. Good siege tactics as they move forward. Where's that Bloodlust? They're trying to take positions, but
they're pulling the trigger.
is the only person within range. They're trying to chase forward. Dia from wrapping around from the side, but he is alone.
Yeah, they're not pulling the trigger. I think Maiev up to this point has been highly unsuccessful to lock people down with either the Umbral Bind or the Warden's Cage. I also got to give it to a Luful, though, who's playing the Phoenix here. Lightning, sorry, he's not playing the, it was XTQ. Lightning Speed reflexes here every single time he's about to get caught. That teleport saves his life. Speaking of people getting caught, though, KTY might find himself in an unfavorable position here.
Down it goes Maiev. Bloodlust is popped, so they can try and use it for the turnaround. They're diving into the backline onto Zhu with a salvo, getting denied mostly by the bunker as Dia is tagging through the backline as they move onto anyone but the health bars drop down as Dia is tanking through for as long as possible. He gives Malthael a chance to escape. Jigsaw is fleeing and Luful realizes it's not even worth it. He's just going to move in and begin to push that keep as he is Hammer.
Yep, the Sergeant Hammer is needed to maybe even deal some extra damage onto that keep, which is probably going to be exactly what they wanted to do here. Yeah, it's just not going well for TeamNut, guys. The plan is there, the execution tools are there as well, but the timing is a little bit off here. Yet again, Maiev not really able to accomplish anything. No binds, no Warden Cages here. It's just really hard to watch because I was really looking forward to them, you know, putting on all that aggression, but 4 levels behind, even if they were to find that perfect angle right now, right, Tetcher? It would be so hard because of all that stats difference.
Would be indeed as the shots come in. 2 keeps already down. CE are just in a dominant position. That's a 4-level lead right now.
Double Temple's not making it any better for them.
Yeah, CE, they have no reason to fight. They are so far ahead right now. They're going to get that keep thanks to bottom temple. They're happy to give up mid. They're just going to soak up for level 20. I mean, they could fight now if they want to, but there's only 1 keep left available. Sorry, I thought they lost top keep as well, so it's still a double keep play.
Yeah, the cool thing about CE's position right now is they can choose to fight and probably win, or they can also choose to not fight and probably win as well, because no matter how they play it, with all that stats difference, you know, with the talent advantage as well, they're probably going to win a team fight as well. And if they just ignore their opponents from start to finish, they're just going to have to wait for the next temple phase and probably take the final keep, maybe even the core victory.
Begin moving forward. Potentially last chance for TeamNut, because if this boss is taken, that might end the game. Pulling back, Zhu's great harassment. Bloodlust is popped. They're going to try and turn this round. Last-ditch effort. Luful takes out a beautiful position. Boss is aggro here as Dia is going to get absolutely wrecked by the salvo. As Mercy will drop to Zhu. Even escapes this. No one dies. Zhu nearly dies to ghouls, but everyone on CE lives and everyone on TeamNut goes down except for Raider, who cannot defend this double Merc camp and full 5-man push alone.
Wow, if a Muradin survives with 10 HP, then you know your focus was not the right one for TeamNut. If they'd gotten the Muradin, maybe they could have snowballed in that fight. But even then, the Siege Giants and the Minions would have already knocked on the core's door. But as it is, CE takes this game very convincingly in a 2-0 victory. 3 points are now moving on to their account, and they're finally showing us some of that former glory, that old glory of the CE we know and love.